Waking up so early can cause us not to learn and be productive at school. Maybe if school started a little later, we would learn and be productive. But why can't some schools figure it out to start school later? I'm so tired. I don't want to go to school. It's way too early. Maybe I'll give it a try tomorrow. Maybe. Oh yes, we have all said this before. At least once. How can waking up so early to go to school affect students when it comes to learning and being productive? How can it be beneficial to us and teachers if we start school later? But why is it that some schools can't figure out the time for school to start later? Well, let's start with why waking up early can affect us when it comes to learning. The American Academy of Pediatrics stated in an article of CNN that even if teenagers try to go to sleep early, they won't fall asleep past 11 p.m. This causes many teenagers to suffer from sleep deprivation. Sleep deprivation is when someone goes to sleep and they do sleep but wakes up tired. The reason for this is that they didn't shut their brains from any other extra activities that happened that day. Leah Ann Morgan said that a young children wakes up early in the morning when they see the sun, but when adolescents try to do this, they can't because while trying to sleep, they create something called secret melatonin, a hormone that helps regulate sleep cycle. More of this makes it harder to wake up in the morning. Let's go back to sleep deprivation. It can cause many unhealthy stuff like obesity, high blood pressure, diabetes, complications, and feeling fatigue. WebMD.com also states that sleep can cause people to forget stuff easily. It weakens the immune system, which can cause you to get sick easily, and it increases pain of any kind. So how can we learn at school if we don't get enough hours of sleep? This brings me to my second point, which is how can it be beneficial to us students and teachers if we start school later? Education Next claims that starting school later will boost students' achievement higher. Finally, Edward did a study using Wake County, North Carolina data on how it would affect students on a test. If they started school later, he found out that by delaying school by only 1 hour would help students increase test scores. They increased 2% on math and 1% on reading. Teachers wouldn't really feel a difference if time was changed to later, but the fact that they would know is that a lot of their kids would be paying attention. The older kids need more sleep, so this is why it works a lot better with older kids. Elementary school teachers that have changed the time to later didn't see a change within their kids. This is why students who are older or hitting puberty like in middle school would be a lot more benefited than smaller kids according to Education Next article. Now, why is it so hard for time to be changed? U.S. News said that the reason why it is so hard for schools to change the time for later is because of bus transportation, sports, and the after-school programs. Many schools have done this change, and it works perfectly if time is given and to fix this. It isn't so hard if schools do put time on fixing this problem of starting school later. It can be done. It would help students get more sleep and feel rested throughout the day. This would also help students do better academically. I bet that if our school put the minimum effort to change the time to 1 hour later, it would be a reality. I see many kids in our high school fall asleep during science and math, and it might be because we start school too early. Changing the time to later would help students stay awake, do better at school, and sleep.